Alright, welcome back everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that often feels like walking on eggshells: how to give hard feedback quickly. Now, I want you all to picture this. You're in a meeting, the air is thick with tension, and you know you need to point out some areas for improvement. But how do you do it without making it awkward? That's the dilemma, right?
Right, because no one likes to be told their work is not great. So I guess what you're saying is that feedback is critical, but it's like, how do you balance between being honest and sparing someone's feelings?
Exactly. It's all about constructive feedback. Think of it as a gardener tending to plants. If you simply admire the flowers but neglect to prune the dead leaves, you're not really helping them grow. So the key here is to deliver feedback that inspires growth, rather than shutting someone down.
Okay, I get that. So is there like a specific way to deliver this feedback? Or do you just go in swinging?
Definitely not swinging, that'll just cause chaos, right? There's a structure to it. For instance, I like to start with the principle of clarity. You want to make your feedback as clear and actionable as possible. If you say you need to improve your reports, that's vague. Instead, try saying, your reports need clearer data presentations. Perhaps highlighting key metrics may help.
Ooh, that's smart. So it's like you're giving a map rather than just pointing at the woods, right?
Exactly. You're guiding them to a solution. And there's also compassion to consider. Your tone matters. You know, when I had to give harsh feedback to a colleague once, I framed it in a way that showed I was on their side. I said, I believe in your potential to make this better. And it made all the difference.
Wow, that's really interesting. So it's like you're not just pointing out why they messed up, but you're also saying, hey, I'm here to help. That must have made them feel more open to listening?
Absolutely. It creates a space for dialogue rather than defensiveness. By practicing clear and compassionate feedback, you create an environment where people feel safe to express themselves. Let me give you an example. Imagine an athlete receiving feedback on their performance. If a coach just shouts, you missed the target, that's demoralizing. Instead, if the coach says, let's work on your stance, I think that's affecting your aim, it's constructive.
Right, that reminds me of when I tried archery once. My stance looked like a flamingo trying to dance, but the instructor just focused on, like, small adjustments while I shot. So, it really clicked.
Exactly, that's the spirit. Small adjustments can lead to significant improvements. Now, after you've practiced the delivery, the next step is to develop your personal feedback framework. I always ask myself, what's the goal of my feedback? Is it to teach, to support, or to guide them?
Ooh, I like that. But what happens if you give feedback and it's like totally ignored?
That can be tricky. In those cases, it's essential to follow up. You have to keep the conversation going. Sometimes, it takes a few tries before it really resonates. I remember working with someone who just didn't seem to heed advice. I had to find new ways to communicate and demonstrate the outcomes of not taking action.
So it's like adjusting your approach until you hit the nail on the head. That's really insightful.
Precisely. And the essence of feedback isn't just about giving it once, it's about being part of someone's growth journey. As you practice this, you'll discover that feedback can transform not only the individual, but the entire team culture.
Alright, so it's basically like being a feedback coach. Just one more question. What if someone gets super defensive in response?
Yes, the defensiveness. That's completely normal, actually. In those cases, it's best to listen and acknowledge their feelings. I understand this is hard to hear, can go a long way. After all, feedback is a two-way street. If they're defensive, explore their perspective. It's a dance, really.
A dance, I love that. Like, if all else fails, just put on some music and sway?
Kind of. So long as you're swaying toward understanding and growth.
That might just be the new trend in feedback sessions.